What's up, guys? It's me, Jordan the Voices Guy. You're probably thinking, Jordan, why? Why do you do this to us? And the answer is, stuff is going on. You guys already know that. It's been many months since I've been here, and I'm glad I'm back. I've gotten to do a lot since I've been gone, and I've been able to revamp how I'm doing my videos. As you can see, I'm in a different area of my room, which is really only like 4 feet away, because I would normally just stand in front of my bed, which is right over here. But I moved things around in my room, got this new desk, so I decided I'm going to film over here. So that's where we are. We're in a different corner of my room. There's a helicopter outside. How convenient. Yeah, I wanted to feel as kind of like a talk show desk, so I got this nice corner desk here. I got my mic hooked up. Spent a good 20 minutes figuring out how to get rid of this annoying buzzing sound, which I think is still there slightly, but it's fine for the most part. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Jordan, you haven't made a video in months. That's just the kicker, though. This year at my school, it was the first year they put in video production, and because, I like to make videos, I was like, hey, study the class, right? So I signed up for the class I got in the class, and what I didn't realize is that it was more of like a beginner's course in video editing. Granted, I still had to learn how to use different software to edit, but it was just a lot of stuff I already kind of knew, and it was the same case for another group of students. So my teacher basically said that since you guys already know how to do most of this, I'll just give you side projects and stuff. And so, while I haven't put a video on YouTube in months, I've been making videos for many months. I don't think I'm allowed to put any of them on YouTube for whatever reason it may be. But I've made things. I made this one video called Pizza Love, which I can't put on here because there's a copyrighted song. But it was funny. I might put it on silently and just tell you which song goes with it, but who knows. But yeah, so you guys, some of you might be curious about what's going on in my life since I've been gone. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. That was a good song. Let's see. So some of you guys may be keeping tabs, because I uploaded videos of myself doing impressions in my school talent show, and you may be thinking, well, he did 3 of them, so you must be in high school for at least 3 years, and this is actually my final year in high school, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. 5 more weeks and then I'm out. Just gonna move on up and finish high school, because honestly I can't take it anymore. It's there's this. Okay, some of you guys might know about the term senioritis, which is basically when you feel you're just done with everything. You're done with the tests, all the homework, all the people that you don't like, but you have to pretend like you like them, and they pretend that they like you, and the teachers and the routine, getting up early and having homework. You're just done with it. I got that the first day of senior year. So I gotta go. I'm almost done. I've had a few finals already. AP tests are happening right now. I finished 2 of them. I have 1 more. But yeah, I have to get out of here, man. But we're close. We're almost there. And I'll be going to college in the fall. I'll probably talk about that more at a future date and time. Let's see, what else have I not talked? I don't know. Guess some more about me, because this could be a reboot, potentially. Actually, I'll get to a reboot in a few minutes. I have a job that I enjoy doing it. I don't get to go in as often because of school, but I'm an ice cream scooper, which is a lot of fun. It can be hard, though, because so I feel like there's some people who come in and don't know like how it works. Like I've had people come in because there's a display case right in the front with all the flavors in it, and then all the flavors are right in your line of sight. And I've had people come in and go, what flavors do you guys have? And it's like, just look in front of you, look down, they're right there, right there. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. And it's just, but it's a fun job. I do enjoy it. You always get that person who comes in when you're scooping their ice cream. They go, oh, you must be getting a workout right now, scooping all that ice cream. It's like, I've heard that since my first day. But thank you very much. Tip, please. So it's an interesting job. I've learned some good lessons, I'm sure. I can't think of any at the moment, but there, it's a lot of fun. Met some nice people there, regular customers and whatnot. So it's a good gig. Probably do that till end of August. What else is popping off? I started a mixtape. Because of course I'm the kind of person who has a mixtape. So far there's one song that I made months ago. I have just a me talking track because I competed in my school's talent show for 3 years, and then I didn't want to do it this year for various reasons. I could go on about that for half an hour of why I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to host because it's a fun job to do. I like hosting and things because I did that with my school's improv team, which I just now realized I may or may not have talked about, so I might get to that later. I hosted my school's talent show, and that was a lot of fun. And one of the things I wanted to do was have a monologue, but I was under a lot of pressure with time and whatnot, and organizing the whole show. There were a few things that didn't go entirely as planned. And so I was like, I'm not gonna memorize the monologue. Instead, what I'll do is I'll record the monologue beforehand, and we'll play it at the beginning of the show, like before it starts, and then it'll segue, and then I'll come out, and then I'll start introducing the acts and everything. Well, I recorded the thing, and I showed it to the ASB advisor. She liked it. She thought it was funny. I showed it to a few of my friends, my family. They said, it's a little long, but we like it. It sounds good. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So I gave it to the girl running the music, and everything was all set. And then the night of the show, it was 6 o'clock or whatever. We hit play, and it starts, and people hear it. They respond to one of the jokes. Everything seems fine. And then I just hear people talking and talking and talking and talking over it. And in that moment, I realized, oh, they don't care about this. They really don't care. I probably spent at least a couple hours writing it and then recording it and making it sound real good. And then just nobody heard it. And then the audio system broke. So then the ending, because I put a little bit of music to segue me on, and it didn't play. And it didn't end well, but I still have it, and I'm really proud of it. So it's going on the mixtape. And then I have a few ideas of things to write and record later on. So we'll see what happens there. Improv, I mentioned that. So for the last 2 years, I've been on my school's improv team. I was what they called Mr. Voice. I was basically the announcer. I would announce every cast member. I'd say their name. We'd have nicknames and stuff. Then I'd call them on, and they would, get on stage, form lines and do line games, and then I would keep score for the rest of the game. If you know improv, the score doesn't matter, but it was still fun. You'd be like, 4 points because they mentioned MC Hammer, and I love to nail pictures in the wall, just something like that. But then this year, because it was my last year, and I kind of decided to be on the team more. So I did Mr. Voice a couple times, and I performed in the last show we did. And we have one more show coming up. So if you are someone I know, our team, come to the show June 2nd. It's going to be a lot of fun. $5 at the door if you're interested. But yeah, I've loved being on the improv team because I've loved improv for years. Um, in fact, all of my videos are pretty much improvised. I don't pre-plan it. Like the way I make my videos, and I've always done this, is I'll have ideas in my head, but I never write anything down. So there's no script. I'm not reading off of a sheet under the camera or anything. So I just kind of know what I want to talk about, and then I'll just kind of stream of consciousness into the camera or the microphone, and then I just edit it. And sometimes it works out perfectly. Other times I go, wow, I was going in circles, and I forgot to mention things, and but it's just my style. But I've seen these shows like Twilight Zone unscripted and Dickens unscripted. So I've always loved things like that, and I love Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's a great show. So when I got to be on my school's team, it was just a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to be on. I made a lot of good friends, and got to perform a lot, and gain some experience improvising, which helps me make awesome videos like these. Yeah, so that's always fun. So yeah, one more show, and we have a contest or competition next weekend on the 14th and 15th. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be like one of my last few times doing improv, at least with these guys. It'll be a good time. So yeah, what else is there? There's school, job, improv, explain the video thing. It's my birthday tomorrow, so that's fun. Legal adult, so I can be incarcerated legally, I guess, because I don't do anything. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not gonna look forward to my birthday as much, either this one or my 21st, because there are things like smoking or drinking, or things that you can do when you're a certain age, and I don't do those things. I don't have any desire to do those things. So it's like, when I turn 21, my friends are, hey, Jordan, you want to go out and drink? And I'll be like, nah, I want to, watch Space Jam. It's not going to be the same for me as it is for most other people. But, still, the idea that I will be a legal adult is, it's exciting. It's kind of like, there's the excitement of going to college. There's the excitement of becoming an adult and no longer being a child, So that's going to be a good time. Another fun thing that's happening in my life. Anyone who knows me knows I love Denny's, and there is this restaurant called Coco's that was like a mile and a half from my house, and it closed down a number of months ago. And then recently we saw them redecorating the building with some yellow in there. And my mom's like, oh snap, are they putting a Denny's in there? And I was like, nah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Would they? And they are. Like, it's opening today. I don't think you understand how excited I am for a Denny's to be opening not that far from my house. Because I always have to drive really far to go to a Denny's. And now there's going to be a Denny's not that far. I can get my Oreo milkshakes. Like, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be dope. Ugh. In fact, they open in, I think, like an hour and a half. So I'm going to be first in line getting that Oreo shake. You feel me? So, y'all already know. Oh, I hope you guys, maybe I should do a desk tour one day. Maybe I'll do a miniature one now. I'll just show you some of the things that are on camera. This is Kermit the Frog, obviously. This came from Yahtzee. I've never played the game. I'm not kidding. I bought the game solely for this, and I bought it because I wanted to put it on a desk. And now that I finally made room for this desk, it can go right here. I'm assuming that was very loud because the mic's on the table, so it can hear everything. This is an alarm clock that's supposed to look like a Lego. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it works. It's not like too loud. I might bring it to college. I might. This is my computer I got a few weeks ago. Works pretty well. Gonna bring that to college as well. What else is there around here? The Sunday Funnies. Haven't read them yet. Probably read them tomorrow morning. Probably it for now. Oh, I also got new headphones because my old ones broke. And I'd looked at these. These are Audio Technica ATH-M50Xs, which I'd looked at for a while because a lot of people have said they're like the best studio monitor headphones under $200. And I was on Amazon because I decided like I'll save some money over the course of the summer and buy the headphones. But then they're on Amazon. They were 55% off. So I had to hop on them. I got them. And I got like the same day delivery and everything. And I was so excited, and they work very well. They're very nice. Highly recommend them. I might put the link in the description or something. I don't know. So yeah, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is a movie. A lot of you guys probably know I'm a huge movie goer. I go to the movies probably at least every 3 weeks or so, depending on what's out in theaters. And 2016 has been a great year for films. I've seen a lot of amazing films so far this year. Deadpool was a lot of fun. Just saw Captain America Civil War. Peanuts movie wasn't this year, but it was still recent enough that I feel like feels. Zootopia really surprised me. I didn't, because I saw the trailers. In my head, I'm like, okay, it's just some movie about animals that talk and live in a city, which is pretty much what they said in the first trailer. It's just, Zootopia, things just got furrier or whatever. It just showed animals walking. And that was about it. So I thought, okay, well, I've seen this before in Robin Hood or Chicken Little, so why is this any different? So I wasn't on board at first. But then I heard it was like, it's like a buddy cop kind of comedy mystery movie. And I thought, okay, that might be interesting, but still, like, why is it Zootopia? I don't get that. And then I saw another trailer, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll see it, just because it looks awesome. And then I saw it, and I was shocked, mainly because it wasn't at all what I thought it'd be, and also because it was a social commentary, which I didn't expect, especially from a movie that I thought was like primarily aimed at children. But it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not like it doesn't dumb anything down. It doesn't talk down to you. It's like a smart film that deals with issues that America and other countries all over the world go through every day, especially today. And so I was just shocked that there are all these metaphors for race relations and gender relations and all these other police brutality. There's stuff about that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is deep for a Disney film. So I really like that. But the movie I'm here to talk about today is The Jungle Book. Oh my gosh. So I don't know where to begin. So I had heard, I'm the kind of guy, I research movies like every day. And so whenever there's a movie that comes out and you see the trailer, you're like, oh, that looks good. If it's a movie that's like of my interest, I've probably heard about it for like 3 years. Like that's like how often I research things like this. And so I'd known about The Jungle Book since like, I don't know, 2014, 2013 maybe. Or whenever I don't know exactly when it was. I thought, okay, they're making a live action Jungle Book. That might be fun. And I heard Jon Favreau was directing. I didn't really know who he was at first, but now I realize, okay, he had Chef, which I liked. Elf, which I'm sorry, I don't like that movie. I know everyone's gonna hate me. Everyone already hates me because I don't like that movie, but it's not my favorite. And he also directed Iron Man, which I still haven't seen, unfortunately. But then Jon Favreau, he seems like a nice guy. He might direct a nice movie. We'll see. And then cast news was coming out. They're saying, okay, Scarlett Johansson's going to be Ka. I thought, okay, a female Ka. That would work. Nothing wrong with Ka being a female. Seems fine. All right. She's got a nice voice. It'll work out. Lupita Nyong'o is Raksha. I thought, all right. Has a nice calming voice, yeah. Ben Kingsley is Bagheera. I thought, yeah, that makes perfect sense. He sounds just like Bagheera. He's got that, leadership voice. I have to take it back to the mountain village. I can't do it. But, I thought, all right, that'll work out. And then they said Bill Murray is blue. And at first I wasn't feeling it. I thought, okay, he's going to sound like Garfield. So I'm not really feeling that. But then I thought about it. I said, he's got that. He's silly and funny. But he still has that, it's like your uncle. He's like your cool uncle who just, wants to have fun with you. So I thought, all right, it might work out. But then they said Christopher Walken as King Louis. And to this day, I still wonder why. Why Christopher Walken, of all people? Nothing wrong with Christopher Walken. I'm sure he's a really nice guy. He's got a wonderful career behind him and ahead of him. It's just... Okay, well, at first I didn't know that King Louis is going to be a gigantopithecus. Because in the 67 film he was an orangutan, which they realized aren't native to India. So they changed the species to an animal that's extinct. So I know... at least it's native to India, I guess. I thought, all right, well, King Louis, he was Louis Prima in the 60s film. He sort of had a jazzy, oh, I want to be like you, Mowgli, So Mowgli, I want man's red fire, I thought, oh, I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if any of you saw NBC's live play of Peter Pan, but Christopher Walken was Captain Hook in that, and it did not work out very well. So I thought, okay, they're just going to do this thing again. I don't know if it's going to work. Somehow, I don't know, it kind of worked. It was, okay, it was very convincing up until they performed a song, which, I don't think it's a spoiler. They did I Want to Be Like You, which is King Louis' song in the original film. And I will say it caught me by surprise, mainly because they said, oh, there were going to be like a couple songs in the movie, but it's not going to be musical. And I thought, okay. And they were even saying, actually, I don't know who did this, but someone said there's not going to be any music in the movie. They're not going to do bare necessities. They're just going to have Blue whistle it. And I said, okay. All right, I'm fine with that. And spoiler alert, but it's in the movie. He put it in there. Someone said they're not going to do it, and it was in there a few minutes later. I thought, what? Wait a minute. Who told me that they're not going to do it? Because they did it. I loved it, but I was like kind of mad. Like, who told me they weren't going to do it? Because they did it. But I mean, it worked out fine. But the thing is, that song transitioned well into the movie. They were, I think they're like building some sort of machine to help Mowgli get honeycomb down from a cliff or something like that. And it transitioned well. They were like whistling and humming, and then they started singing the song. And they sang it. It worked. But when King Louis is confronting Mowgli, and he just goes, "All right, Mowgli, come on, man cub, give me the secret." And then just out of nowhere, "Give me the secret, man cub. I want to be like you. Give me the power of man's red flower so I can be like you." I remember we were all sitting in the theater like, what is going on? Like, he was just talking, like threatening him. Then he just started singing. It didn't work. It was funny. I'll say that. It was really, really funny. But only because it didn't work. And I just sat there in the theater just shaking my head. Like, come on, you didn't need this. None of us asked for this. No one wanted this. We all wanted bare necessities. I low-key wanted the song that Shanti sings, but I'm like, nobody remembers it. And I would have loved if Ka sang in the movie. Ka's song's in the credits. But no. King Louis sings, "I Want to Be Like You." And not only that. Not only does he sing it in the movie, but at the start of the credits. Because, okay, they do like the cast credits where it's just like, the images that flow, and then they have like the rolling credits. So right before the rolling credits, they close the book. It looks just like the one from the '60s film, and then the book like starts shaking, and then it opens up, and King Louie's inside, and he starts singing the song again from the start. So we essentially get the song 1.5 times in the movie. We hear Kaw's song in the credits, and we hear I Want to Be Like You in the movie partially, and then a Dr. John version in the credits, which I actually kind of like. So they were all very interesting choices. But I will say, all in all, the movie was just fantastic. It's weird because I don't get like too hype about a lot of movies. I always get hype about the movies nobody else really cares about, or at least people care about, but just not to the same extent as I do. Like the Muppets. When the Muppets had their movie in 2011, I was like so pumped for it, and everyone else was like, "All right, I'll see it. I'll go," just because like I remember them. But I was so hype about it. I still have the poster on my ceiling. But I was so excited. But yeah, I was really excited for this movie. For months, I'm not even kidding. Ask any of my friends, they'll tell you. For months, I would be like, "Yo, Jungle Book's coming out in April." And they're like, "All right, Jordan, we might see it." And I was like, "You don't even." I would always dance around like, "You don't understand. Like, it's coming out. Let's go. Get those tickets." And I remember it was my mom's birthday, and she said she wanted to see a movie, and I was like, "Jungle Book?" And she said, "All right, maybe." So I go on Fandango, and I found there was a theater. It wasn't our local theater, but here's what I found. It was an IMAX 3D, and we could reserve seats. And so I was like, "Hey, Mom, you trying to do this for your birthday, or like what?" And she said, "All right, well, we could reserve seats because, a lot of people are going to come. It's going to be busy, and we don't want to risk it. So, yeah, let's do it." So my mom, my dad, and my sister, I think, had like to study or something. So the three of us went and saw the movie, and it was just breathtaking. It just looked, because I heard it was similar to Avatar, which I haven't seen either. Yeah, it was like, it just looked amazing. They said that everything in the film is CGI except Mowgli. I actually found out. It's a little misleading because a few things actually are there. I realized that, like, when he's in the mud is there, but I thought, all right, that kind of makes sense. And like, if he's like standing on a log, sometimes the log is there, but like, pretty much most of it is CGI. All the backgrounds are CGI. Sometimes stuff in the foreground isn't, but the background is, and that's good enough. But it just looked great. It looked like a real jungle, and there were times, I know about animation and stuff, and I researched everything. So a lot of the times when I watch cartoons, especially CGI films, like if I watched Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I watched that, I would the whole time I'd just think like, "Oh, look at these fake chipmunks. They don't look real at all." Even if it were like, I was watching Charlotte's Web a few weeks ago, and they used real animals for most of it, but there are a couple shots where they used CGI, and I just thought, "Oh, they just look fake," and I didn't believe it. But I was watching Jungle Book, and there were a few times where I sat there thinking, "Oh man, like, it must have been hard to train these animals." And I'd remind myself, "No, it's all CGI. It's all CGI. It looked amazing. Oh my gosh." I thought, all right, the animation looks great. The cast I thought was perfect. I mean, Christopher Walken aside, perhaps. Again, he did fine. But I feel like maybe, just maybe, there might have been someone more fit for the role. Danny DeVito, perhaps. I don't know, just throwing out names. But I mean, all in all, it worked out. I thought it just looked great. It was well put together. It was well written, well directed. I thought the ending was fine. Because I knew that there wasn't going to be Shanti in the movie. So I'm like, well, she's not going to lead him back to the man village. So what's going to happen at the end? I thought, is he just going to go by himself? And I don't want to give away the ending all the way. But, so Mowgli does return, because he does. That's what happens in the story. But they did something different with it, and I really liked that. Also, I liked Shear's con roll, because it was different. It was a little different from the other film. He showed up a lot more. He didn't first show up like halfway through. Like, he was there throughout the film, and he interacted with Mowgli and interacted with Raksha, who also had an expanded role. She didn't even speak in the other film. She was just there. So I'm glad she got to talk, and I'm glad that Lupita Nyong'o had the role. She did really well in it. Um, but yeah, Shere Khan, it was a great villain. I didn't think he would be, because I'm like, he's just a tiger. He's just vicious, and he just wants to kill Mowgli. But then he has backstory. I thought that was well executed. But yeah, I'm like kind of tired now after talking about it. Oh man, I just really, really love the movie. And I immediately on Instagram had like the whole essay about it, just telling people you have to see this movie. Uh, yeah, I really loved it, and so yeah, I'm just waiting for the next big flick to come out. Just saw Captain America: Civil War. I thought that was also really good. I saw Batman vs Superman. I might talk about that some other time because I had some issues with that film. It was all right, but I almost I fell asleep once. Let's just say that. Yeah, I'm also like kind of excited for Pete's Dragon. Because I watched that film a lot when I was a little kid. It was because my second grade teacher loved the film, and we watched it in her class. Then after that, my sister and I got the film, and we watched it at home, and we'd watch it on vacations and stuff. So I've seen the movie like at least 50 times, and I know the songs, and I have the album and everything. So when they said, "Oh, I'm gonna try the thing where put the earphone like on your head instead of your ear," so when they said, "Oh, we're gonna make Pete's Dragon," I thought, okay, I'll just take these off altogether. It's kind of hard to hear, even though they're connected. I don't know. It sounds weird. There's an echo. Anyway, so they said, okay, we're gonna make Pete's Dragon. I thought, okay, it's one of my favorite Disney films. It's gonna be exciting. Now they announced the cast and the characters, and I was like, where's Nora? Where's Lampy? Where's the Gogans? Where's Doctor? Where is everybody? And I realized the only characters whose names are the same are Pete and Elliot. And then everybody else is a different character, like all together. And I thought, okay, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Maybe it'll be fun. Who knows? I saw the trailer and it looks thrilling, I guess. It's not a musical, which is going to be different for me, because and also Disney released a picture of Elliot, and I disapprove, because Elliot, I don't know, it's hard to compare with the original film anytime you talk about a movie, but in the original film, Elliot's like a scaly, goofy-looking, round, purple-haired dragon. And in this movie, he looks like Green Lion. He doesn't look like a dragon to me. And also, why is he furry? Dragons aren't furry. At least not Elliot the dragon. It's just... I don't know. I wasn't too pleased. But who knows? It might be a really good movie. There's a chance that it won't be, but who knows? It might be really good. And if so, then I'll take back everything. But until then, I'll be a little skeptical. But it is what it is. Well, I've been talking for a while. How long have I been talking? It's been oh wow, I've been talking for over half an hour. I don't feel like editing this down, because I don't know, I'm too excited for Denny's. I want to get ready for that. Gotta take a shower and look my best when I walk into Denny's. I'm trying to be the first one in, so Also, I gotta, upload this to YouTube. Also, shout out to anybody who actually watched the whole thing without fast forwarding. I mean, you could double the speed, I guess, because I talk pretty slow, so you're not gonna miss anything. So, I enjoy this format, just me kind of talking to you. I feel like in the future I'm gonna, maybe see if I can get a friend to stuffed nose out of nowhere. Maybe get like a friend or someone to be a guest or I guess co-host of this video podcast of sorts. Oh, here's another helicopter. I don't know. Do you guys like this format? If so, tell me below or tell me in person because I know a lot of you. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's kind of like a talk show format because it's like the desk and the mic. I mean, it's sort of a video podcast. In the future, I might just do regular podcasts. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope to be back much sooner than usual because this format is not as difficult for me to do. And I hope you guys understand with my busy schedule. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to burp in front of all of you lovely people. You guys understand that I have a lot on my plate right now. Finishing up senior year and stuff. I mean, right now I don't have any homework or anything, which is mainly why I was able to do it this weekend because I didn't have anything to do. And then once I graduate, I'll have the summer and I'll just be going to work and stuff. Because I don't have a lot of friends, so I don't really do anything. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm low-key kidding. But yeah, so I hope you're able to do this in the summer more often. Because I like this is nice. I like this little chat we can have, even though it's pretty one-sided. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun because I had fun too. So, how long has it been? Shoot, just about 38 minutes. All right. So I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take to upload. Probably like 2 hours. So, catch you later. Oh, what did I do? Oh no, I forgot how I closed my videos. So yeah. Oh, I used to always do that. So yeah, and I do a jump cut. So yeah, I move over here. That's about it. I move over here. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Then I make a weird noise. And I just hit the off button. All right.